Basically, engineering is a skill set, right? And similarly, management is also a skill set. Now, when you are young, of course, you are good at science and maths, and also you want to get into engineering or medicine or something. And then later on, when you are studying engineering, you figure out that sort of your interest lies somewhere else. And the life experiences when you grow up are slightly different. So you end up having many more choices. And that's what happened to me. I came in to IIT with the perspective that I'll be a good engineer. But then I realized that there are much better people than me. And so I ended up participating in many other things, including organizing Mood Indigo and Sports Fest and Tarang and Footloose and Hostel Mess and many things. So effectively I realized that I was not that great in engineering, but somehow I had made up my mind that I want to kind of go away from engineering, or if I still have to do engineering in life, management framework might be also additionally better, and that's how I kind of went directly from IIT. See, basically, the stock market, even in my days when I was studying in 80s, it used to make a lot of noise because the markets move every day. That doesn't mean it's a great choice for everyone as a career, but effectively banking or finance is where the money is. So effectively that ends up making also, if you have a good sort of choice and a choice of areas, because there are several areas in stock markets or banking or financial services, including insurance, which are like very nuanced and very detailed. In stock markets also there are many nuances and many interesting areas in which engineers or anyone with analytical abilities can actually contribute. So it could be in risk management, it could be in algorithm trading, it could be in even programming for the exchanges to run the computers, and we run pretty fast, almost 6 microseconds. That is one of the fastest in the world, or rather the fastest in the world. But effectively, there are many areas, including back offices and front office and complete area of automation, even analytics of how the companies perform. What their modeling should be. Normally what the analysis happens is about the companies, whether they are going to make profits, if they're going to make profits, what kind of profits will happen, if there is some change of something, what will happen to their profits. And so on that basis, a lot of investment decisions happen of literally trillions of dollars of moving in and out. And that's where people with analytical bent of mind can really contribute a lot, provided they also equip themselves with more detailed understanding of how these things are done. But this is a fascinating area of stock markets. It's among the most exciting activities that happen in human transactions, because in a sense money is the only connect between current and future, and that's where basically there is tremendous need for people who can apply their mind. And when any engineer is as good as anyone else. So if somebody is trying to tell you that engineers should remain in engineering, I think that's a wrong way to look at life. Engineering background literally played a huge role in my entire career. Without that, I think I would not have been successful. In fact, India would not have probably got so much of automation in markets because I happened to sort of learn things here at IITB. That's what allowed me to sort of conceptualize even NSE when I set up NSE early on in life. And then, of course, I was head of IT at Reliance Group, and when I joined BSE, BSE was much slower than NSE, and so we were trying to work on making it faster. We try to check it out, how to go about doing it. We informed our hardware vendors, talked to them, our software vendors, but it looked as if we were not going to match what was coming. So we said we need to go for the newer framework. But these frameworks, which are what we call non-stop frameworks, fault-tolerant frameworks, are very, very costly because there are hardwares which are special, there are softwares which are special. And so an open source was kind of new to this kind of time-critical markets. Not many companies would dare to do it in such sort of high critical activities. But we said, okay, we need to try because we can't afford very large sums. And so we ended up going for open source. We started, and we were getting around 200 microseconds response time to begin with, which was not bad given the fact that the competition was around 1 millisecond. But we said we need to go into sort of nanoseconds in 3 to 5 years. And so we started tweaking as engineers do, and finally we ended up kind of hitting a sweet spot. We think in next 1 or 2 years we should be in nanosecond range going forward. But this is largely because I've been hands-on. In a sense, not many CEOs are technically sort of interested and they get involved, but because of my studies at IIT and also my experience in largely technology for businesses and financial markets, it is my passion to kind of go about doing it. But whatever I learned in engineering, it doesn't go waste, I can tell you that. So wherever you are, whatever you are, if you're an engineer, you're always an engineer. Basically, the way I look at it is if you are not doing that great in your studies, it's fine. Don't take it to heart. I mean, when you go out, there are very few people like you. So don't get disgruntled, don't get disheartened, disappointed with yourselves. Go out, try to express yourself where you can, where you are interested in. I mean, I was, by the fourth year, I was interested in finance. So I took economics courses, I took even philosophy courses, and so on and so forth. I was trying to explore. And you need to explore a little in your life. And in your life, what happened is, in our lives 25, 30 years back, things used to happen in such a way that we studied for 25 years and then earned out of that for next 50 years. In your life, probably you'll have to learn newer and newer things every 5 years because technology is changing so fast. Newer opportunities will come. So try to learn, try to unlearn, keep yourself sort of free of dogmas and be humble. Whenever new things come, try to anticipate trends. In my life, IT is something I was not very fond of. I was in mechanical. I didn't even do CS 101 till the second year. But somewhere in fourth year, I ended up doing programming because of my BTP in mechanical engineering and not because of sort of being fond of computer science. Even in IIM, I didn't do too much programming. But it ended up, whatever I learned, ended up helping me in my business and my job and career and so on and so on. So whatever you learn, try to be in touch, be curious, learn every day, add value, and don't think there is one single path to sort of a career which is successful. A life which is successful is not being rich. It's basically about different experiences. So try to get involved, and if you end up becoming rich in the process, very good. Otherwise, you will still have a good life.